All right, well, good evening, everybody, to our May. Can you believe it's May already? May the 6th, 2025. And we are coming to you from where I am, Abbotsford, British Columbia. This is the LifeWave Success LiveYounger team. And we've got people from all over the place, from Canada. I think some might be from USA, and definitely some from Mexico. I think our fearless leader, Pete and Hannah, are the ones that are representing that great country. The 52nd state of the United States, maybe. Who knows? We just don't know. But I was listening to President Trump's chat with our new Prime Minister, Carney, today, and it was quite interesting. I have my thoughts. But we won't get into politics. But we are so glad that you have all joined with us. And we are going to roll through a number of items here on our agenda. But the very first thing is to say welcome if this is your first time. And if it's not, you're still welcome. And you can always bring a guest or a friend to the call whenever you can. So in order to get started, I'm going to call upon Pete. And he's the reason why we are all on this call, really. And so we're looking forward to hearing a quick update, Pete, and some opening encouragement from you. And feel free to remind us of a couple of the special things that are coming up in the near future with LifeWave and some of the incentives. So take it away, Pete, whatever you want to say, and then we'll hand it over after that to Roger and Corolla, or to Carl, whichever one comes first.
All right. Thank you so much, Judy. Just a real quick audio check here. Is the audio okay at my end?
Yes, it's perfect.
All right. Wonderful. Greetings from our home. It's our very first broadcast from our home, just a minute away from the ocean here. And we're pretty excited to be in our very own home here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So it's absolutely wonderful feeling of accomplishment. And I'm excited for each and every one of you that took the time out of your schedule to be on this first Tuesday of the month call. And as Judy said, it's going to be formal, and we're just going to share from the heart. And we've been extremely busy over the last little while with all the things going on. Cameron was down today, and we had so many people down, and just stuff is going on and happening. So, but LifeWave is the reason why we're all here. And, you know, I want to reflect for just one very brief moment to, again, just thank everybody that's part of our team, and all the leaders that make this happen. And I want to talk a moment about the LifeWave structure, the compensation plan that we have. It's such an absolutely unique compensation plan, and not to mention the product. We're going to get into the product, and Lana, one of our stars today, along with Judy and Carl, they organized this incredible What Have You Got to Lose program that a lot of us have been part of and sharing, and it's been absolutely wonderful. But I'm so excited for the structure that has happened in LifeWave. And when I say structure, is when you start LifeWave and you become the very first step binary qualified, you get someone on the right, you get someone on the left, and you get two people on the left, two on the right, you advance to a manager. Now, many of you have done that very rapidly, and some it takes a little longer, and that's okay. There's no one putting any pressure to you, saying you have to do this at a certain time. But once that happens and you become a director, the way that Lana, of course, did it rapidly, our lovely co-host Judy here, she did it fairly rapidly. It took her a little while, but once she got it, it was just amazing how things started to click, and you get that director emotion. And Karen will be hearing from her a little bit later. Her structure came together very rapidly, and up in Yorkton area and Regina area is where they have their business and structured, along with Lana. And it's so nice to see that structure, and Lana's on the cusp of senior director. So once you have the structure of senior director in place with LifeWave, you know, that's the whole compensation plan. Everything beyond that is volume. And this is where I'm so blessed. And Hannah, of course, works side by side with me, and we love to share. We love to help other brand partners that reach out and that want help. And I know Corolla and I, we talk an awful lot sometimes, and we're just always sharing strategies and sharing ideas and things. And it's so wonderful once you have a business that is backed by an amazing company like LifeWave, product second to none, like X39 and all the other products that come behind it. But once you have that structure and you have a team in place, you are so blessed, and you are blessed by nature, and you're blessed by the hard work that you've dedicated, that you put in. And that's there for anyone. So if you're brand new on the call today saying, wow, I'd love that financial freedom, I'd love that flexibility, I'd love to have what you have, I'd love to be a part of a community, a home that is so fascinating, unique, like LifeWave is. And we know that there's companies that come and go, and many of them, and the numbers would scare you of how many companies don't see their first year, don't see their second year, don't see their fifth year, never see a 10th year, and forbid they ever see a 20th year like LifeWave has. So we're in a very unique position with LifeWave, and with the upcoming 2.0 enhancements of the compensation plan, it's going to be a very exciting time, because they're going to be restructuring some things inside of LifeWave. It's not going to make the compensation plan any harder, any more difficult. It's going to restructure some of the financing so that the brand new brand partner, the brand new manager, the brand new person that's coming in and recruiting and bringing in a family member, a friend member, or whoever, and has brought them to the table, there's going to be a little bit more upfront money available for these people so that they get excited a little quicker. What's a quicker way to get someone excited in any business other than A, they love the product, they love the company? That's step number one before they make the decision. B is they get that very first cycle bonus that all of a sudden starts to come. And if you get a cycle bonus and you get a matching bonus all of a sudden, that part of the compensation plan, we're not going to go into comp plan training here today, but I can so reflect back on that very first compensation bonus that I got. The product introduction bonus comes first, right? You see that the moment you register someone at the core level or the advanced or premium level. And for some of us, it takes us a while to get the traction and to get that movement happening. But it's so exciting when that does happen. And then, like I said, the cycle bonus and the matching bonus. And if you've got customers in place, like Judy and many of you do, you've got a retail income as well. And it qualifies you for the compensation plan every month. Well, the restructuring or the enhancements of the comp plan is going to make you guys really excited because of how they're going to structure that. We can't say a lot about it yet because I know even Robin and Gregory are under NDA, and it's been very limited in terms of what they're able to say. But we get trickles from people like Kai, and who's up there and in the know of what's happening. And they're going to have a very nice 9-month transition period that's going to allow people to get a feel of how the compensation plan is without putting any qualifications on you that maybe you're thinking, oh no, I don't like change. I like things the way they are. Well, you'll have a wonderful 9-month transition period to have that happen. So pretty excited about that. And there's a lot going on. And we just had some tragic news today. One of our managers up front from Belize, Clara Plett, her mom, they were with us at convention in Dallas, and Clara was there. Her whole clinic in Belize just up in flames today. Her whole life, everything they knew. That's why I was very distraught today. And this is life. It happens. And Elma, Clara's mom, and her dad were supposed to be here tonight at our home for a night, but because of this tragedy that happened, they decided to just head straight back down the road to Belize, and they're not with us tonight, but our prayers are definitely with them, because when people go through stuff like this, well, all you can do is lend them some love and show them that you care, and wish them the best. So we're in a wonderful place, and who knows, sometimes life throws some curveballs at us, and one seed I'll be planting with Clara, with her whole life possibly uprooted is maybe she wants to become a full-time network marketer. I mean, that's sometimes where people make incredible decisions, life-changing decisions from the hustle and bustle or working at a job that you don't really like or doing whatever you do that's not really satisfying, it's not fulfilling you. But when you are in a position where you can help others and change lives the way Judy does, the way Lana does, the way Carl and Corolla, the way we all as leaders, the way we get to, and Karen, you've been just on fire lately and earning that trip to Mexico. That is so amazing, and we're so proud of you. But I want to just again say thanks to all the leaders and thanks to every new person that has made that decision to join. This can be something so significant, so amazing. And I want to share a short little story before I move it on here. I can remember a time, and I know Judy and I have had this conversation where we're trying to get to that first threshold in LifeWave. And you remember this, Judy, it's that 6-cycle mark, right? When you get to that 6-cycle mark, it seems like a mountain in the beginning, like to get 6 cycles, and then it unlocks your second level. And that's really nice when you can have your second level unlocked. And then the next level is when you continue to build your business and you get your 10 personal cycles and you have someone on the right and someone on the left that you've helped to get to their 6 cycles, it unlocks your third level in the compensation plan. Well, I can remember times, and Judy will be able to relate to this, where we've talked, well, I need this much more to get to my 6th cycle, or Judy's on that same line there. I'm just gotta make a few more calls, gotta get a few more orders. Well, today, Monday, it was amazing, and I sent Carl a screenshot, and I said, isn't it amazing, you know, how many times we've worked on getting you to that 6-cycle threshold. Today, Monday morning, not to say how great I am, but I woke up to 10 cycles in my back office, like on a Monday morning. Now, think about that for a moment, 10 cycles. And in the beginning, getting that 1 cycle seems like such a big hurdle, or 2 cycles in a week. That's tough for a brand new person to do, but stick in there. There's some amazing things in store for you if you stay the course and you stay focused and you stay connected and you stay plugged in. Amazing things are going to reveal themselves and happen to you, and it happens to everyone. Make a commitment to yourself today, right now. If you haven't already made that commitment, promise yourself, be here a year from now. I will promise you things will look very different in your business than it does right now. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over. I know Lana's not here yet. I think it was just store closing, but
She's
is
here
she here?
now. Yeah.
Oh, she's here now. Okay, well then what we'll do is we'll switch it over to Lana, and Lana has some things that she'd like to share and highlight some testimonies, some amazing people that are moving and shaking in her organization. And I'm so proud of Lana and all the things that she's done. And Lana, if you'd unmute yourself and jump in here, I just want to let you shine, girl, because you deserve this spotlight. It's so amazing to see what you've accomplished in the short time, less than a year, that you've since you even started LifeWave, and on the cusp of senior director right now. So that's very, very exciting. So Lana, over to you.
Thank you. Hopefully you guys, yep. Okay, there we are. We're all here. Thanks, Pete. And it's exciting to be with everybody again. I find this probably one of the most rewarding times, is to be able to see everyone and share, and just share some of the things that are working and share some of the things that we've, can gain from others. So thanks for all that. I actually just learned something from you, because I didn't understand the cycles. This is what it's like being new. I'm just learning how that compensation plan works. And I'll have to say this, when I first started, you're so right. When you see that first cycle bonus, it's very exciting, and it really does make you want to.
Oops, I think that we lost her.
We lose Lana.
Lana, looks like she'll probably just jump right back on again. Why don't you just take a second, Pete, to talk about the PC program while we're waiting for Lana?
Actually, you know what? while we wait for Lana, rather than doing that in the sake of time, I know Corolla has a prepared little 3-minute share that she'd like to share. So if Lana, you do pop back in, we'll just start right there. But Corolla, I'm going to just quickly turn it over to you and let you take that 3 minutes and just share some amazing things, the momentum that's happening in your business while Lana fixes her little glitch here with the internet, obviously. So
Back.
Corolla?
I'm back if you're.
Oh, you're back? Okay, good.
I'm back. Yeah, I got a phone call. It kicked me off the network. Anyway, yeah, I thank you for sharing that about the cycle bonuses. And this is the one thing I've told people. You get deeply interested in how you get paid when you start to get paid, and you start to pay attention to the compensation plan when you start to get paid that way. So if there's anybody that's, behind in their learning on the comp plan, just reach out to the person that's ahead of you a little bit, and they'll be able to share with you. Or I'm always willing to share what I've learned along the way. So here's the one thing that I've learned.
Oh, go ahead.
She's not lost.
Fingers.
She's just disconnected.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go ahead.
One of the things that I've learned along the way is that in the health food industry is that spring is a really great time for cleansing. And so alongside Carl and Judy and Karen, we decided that it would be a great time to use some of the LifeWave patches this spring to do a detox time. So for those of you who are able to join, or for those of you who haven't joined yet and would like to do it, it's already set for you to go. So we called it "What Have You Got to Lose Except a Few Toxins?" And we started at the end of April, and we allowed people to really have some flexibility in what they were wanting to accomplish with their detox goals. So I myself did a water and bone broth fast, and my goal was 3 days, and I ended up hitting 5 days in 1 hour, and I felt so great that I just really encourage everyone to, don't get there, get where you are plus a little bit more. We're all different, and we're not created equal, and we're all at different stages of our health, and we just need to press ourselves forward in doing that. So we got the benefit of experiencing SP6, glutathione, Eon, of course, our flagship X39, and well, whatever else. Which one did I miss, you guys? Anyway, yeah, maybe that's all of them. And anyway, we gave everybody the flexibility to do this, and I'm just so encouraged and so excited with the amount of sharing that happened in our WhatsApp chat, from recipe suggestions to, oh boy, this pitfall hit me, to this really worked for me, to being able to cheer on people to get to the next level, to work through detox symptoms. It was so awesome. And I was just wondering if there's anybody, I didn't check when I jumped on here, if there's anybody on, let me just do a little scroll through, who did or is still doing the detox period and really making some meaningful changes, and what kinds of things they've experienced. I know Lynette, you've been sharing. Lori, you've been sharing. Carl, you've talked about some big gains. So does anybody want to jump on and in 1 minute or less tell us, how they're feeling, what they did, and how that detox period really blessed them?
You know what? In the efforts of time, I'll be real quick. I want to thank you, Lana, for your leadership, and for Judy, and just the welcome for me to participate on the lesser capacity. But I was looking for two things. I was looking for some improvements in weight loss, and I got that in a full 2 kilogram loss in 7 days, which was a healthy amount to lose, and still committed to going on beyond this. But I was also looking for a victory in the glucose monitoring, as I am a diabetic. And I felt my insulin usage dropped in less than half of the amount that I needed. And I'm confident now more than ever that going through this process, I can beat this. And that was huge. And I thank you for being the instigator of all this. You know, you and I have talked. You are a troublemaker and a good one at that.
That makes me so happy, Carl. That's the best news ever. Because in my 20 years of being in the health food industry, nothing makes me happier than when people unlock their health and really start to be able to change their life. Because as I believe it was Tony Robbins said, a man without their health, a man with their health has but 1,000 dreams, but without their health has but one. And it's so, so true that we need our health to be able to really tackle the world with what we have to offer. So that's such great news. Is there anyone else that wants to jump on quickly and just share some of the things they learned, or some of the things they didn't expect along the way?
Don't know how to raise my hand.
Thanks, Lynette.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that I struggled with, I have an addiction to chai lattes and sweets. And through the detox, I was able to let it go. And even today, I was cleaning somebody's house today and there was chocolates all over the place. I went through a birthday party and I wasn't tempted. And I'm pretty sure it was because of the patches and just having a group to share it with. And so that, to me, that's a huge victory. And I lost a few pounds. And also, I just don't have the cravings anymore. And I'm sure the patches helped. I took all 4 of them. The only thing that I'm struggling with now is I still have muscle pain. And that seems to be at night. So I don't know. Any suggestions? I'm open for sure.
Well, we can take that offline and maybe tackle that in our group chat. But yeah, I have some ideas.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have some ideas. Thank you. Thanks for your participation.
I loved it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we'll keep that chat open, and I'll do my best to bump in there and share some things along the way. If anybody wants to share some of the recipes they've had and some of the, simple, it's really simple. We just need to be cheerleaders for one another and offer tips and encouragement. And those patches are absolutely magical when it comes to assisting in detoxification. And I really, really encourage you, if you haven't looked at it.
So, Lana, I'm not sure. Okay, you're muted now, Lana.
There we go.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, Lana, just so you know, there's 2 people wanting to also
Oh,
share.
fabulous. Let's go.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you can see it because you're on your phone, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, if
Yeah.
I can
No,
help
jump
you
on in.
out, Then Lori has her hand raised, as well as who else was it? Let me see, Lynette. Sarah was first. Let's go Sarah and then Lori. Go ahead,
Perfect.
Sarah. 1 minute or so to share.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for hearing from me. My name's Sarah. I am a manager with LifeWave. I'm new. I came into the company, in the past couple months. I've been in other networking companies, but I just kind of came into this one, and I've made the most money in the shortest amount of time with their already amazing compensation plan. So thank you very much for that. One thing I would say that's been really helpful is I did a food fast for a week. And yes, I use other natural healthcare products, but I do attribute the majority of my ability to survive it and keep my wits about me and still function is because of definitely the X39 and LifeWave.
Excellent. Thank you, Sarah. That's great. Great testimony. Thanks for sharing. And Lori, you're next. Go ahead, Lori.
Good. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. I have 3 results from last week. First, I did 8 18 to 20 hour intermittent fasts, and I'm really pleased with that. Second, I did a detox test on a doctor's website, and I thought I would test heavier for detox, but given my answers, he said I have only moderate levels of toxins. And I think that's because I've been in this business for 3 years, more than 3 years now, and I've been using the YH patches all along, not every day, every month, but I have been using all three of them as well as the performance pack. So that was exciting. And the third thing is kind of funny. After 8 days of fasting, my hands are itchy, my feet are itchy, the bottoms of my feet, the sides of my feet, the tops of my toes. I'm just, my skin isn't crawling, but I can't let anything touch it because it's just so itchy. And I'm afraid I'll scratch the skin raw. That's what I'm afraid of. So that was my funny thing.
Right. Well, we know that the skin is one of our major organs that the body pushes the toxins out through the skin. And so a little bit of dry brushing and a little more water, perhaps, maybe bathing in some Epsom salt might help as well. But oatmeal, colloidal oatmeal is a very good thing to have a bath in. And we can talk more about some ideas there for you, but thanks for sharing. All right, well, and everybody, if you want to keep your chat open, then if you're a multitasker, then you can be listening in to this whole thing and then reading some of the wonderful chat that's going on of people sharing a little bit here and there. So like Calvin just wrote in and said he lost 10 pounds since Saturday when he started. So wow, congratulations for that. And yeah, we're all winners no matter what you did and how you did it. So thanks for everybody for sharing. Lana, did you have any last minute comment before we move on in our agenda tonight?
My only comment is I feel so deeply grateful for everybody that threw their hat in the ring and gave it a shot. And I hope you've learned something. And you all inspire me to be better myself. And I'm so blessed. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's great. Well, you know what? That's the way this whole team is that we all inspire each other in different ways. And you inspire us as well, Lana. So we are excited to just keep encouraging each other to be better than we could be by ourselves. Well, Lana, I'm not sure if Karen has got to share, and she is your.
Yes, Judy, I think we had Lana going to highlight some advancements to manager, and of course Karen, her very own friend in Regina, advancement to director. So Lana, if you want to do that portion, that would be wonderful right now. Give recognition where recognition is due. It starts with you.
Love to. So yeah, we've been really excited because we've had some really awesome movement within our group. First of all, I had 3 managers attain their manager status before the end of April, and they were Scott Lowe's, and Joanne Boston, and Joanne McWilliams. So well done to each of you. That was very exciting. And I want to just encourage you, once you hit that manager status, you sometimes have to go back and keep on working at it until, like Pete said at the very beginning, till it starts to take roots and builds its shape, and you get more than 2 people on each side. But well done. That's a first accomplishment. So very proud of all 3 of you. And then Karen and Kirk have just been amazing people to work with. Just such a joy. I'm so happy that we got to link arms with them, because they inspire me. And Karen's a wealth of knowledge, not only just with her intuitive sense in using the patches is just so admirable, but her natural health knowledge. She's my go-to when I'm stumped. She's really awesome to refer people to, and she just cares so much about other people's health and their well-being, and it shines through in every way. And they hit their director status this past month, and oh my goodness, she's such a hard one to keep up with, because her and Kirk are just on fire together, and they support one another. And I know they had an amazing trip to Punta Mita, which they were able to win, and I'm so proud of them. Yeah, Karen and I have done well, and Kirk too, but we've been having regular presentations, and it's just so nice to have someone to bounce off of. Like, we just have this synergy that we can bounce off of one another and help people get their answers to questions. And Karen, congratulations. There are really big things for you and Kirk in the future. And I'm so excited that you were among the first people I told about LifeWave, and that you believed in me enough to look at it and came to the same conclusion that I did. So yeah, so proud of you both.
So Karen, do you want to say a few words and tell us maybe one of your highlights from Punta Mita?
Well, the whole trip was a highlight. It was amazing. I mean, the resort and the food and the weather and all of that was amazing, but it was really the people, getting to know everybody from other teams. And there were very few Canadians there, and we were just welcomed with open arms. It was just a really, really nurturing feeling. So that was really amazing. I did want to comment about the detox. I was not involved as well. I wasn't involved in it. I wanted to be, and just before we left for Punta Mita, I ended up quite sick. I haven't been sick in 4 or 5 years, and of course, it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was sick the whole time we were away. But I was patching, and there was a juice bar there, so I kind of was doing the detox. And one thing that actually happened there was I used to drink caffeine every day, and I loved my coffee. I loved my my tea, and very dark tea, and just didn't feel up to drinking any caffeine while I was away. So it was actually kind of a nice way to get off of caffeine. And I have to say that I can't believe the difference in the patches with not being on caffeine. I mean, I drink my water and I do all the sea salt and that, but just removing caffeine was a huge, huge benefit. And in that week that I was doing the juicing, and I was using SP6 and glutathione and X39, I lost 8 pounds. So I didn't actually fast. I still was eating, but it was a good way to kickstart things to continue doing this this detox. So that's been great. And the other thing I just wanted to say is this past weekend, if people are finding it hard to connect with people, Stephanie Nielsen, who is on the call tonight, she has signed up as a brand partner, and I've been dripping on her for about 6 months, and she has decided to jump on board, and I'm so happy about that. And Friday night, we had a conversation about 10 o'clock at night, and in our town here, it was the townwide garage sale. And so her and I kind of put our brains together and thought, well, why don't we just set up a table at the garage sale? And so we did. We set up a LifeWave table, and we had absolutely incredible results patching people. And we actually have 10 follow-ups from that garage sale. So garage sales are, it's the time of year for that. So if you know of anybody having a garage sale, just ask them to set up a table, and you never know who is going to jump in with you. So actually 7 o'clock, I might have to duck out a little bit before. I have a follow-up with a couple that we patched, and they're wanting to sign up. So it was a really exciting weekend. So, and I don't know, I think that's it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's great. Great to hear. Welcome back, and I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes.
That's the main thing. Very good. All right. Well, let's move on now to Carola and Roger. And take it away, Roger and Carola, whoever wants to talk first. And we're looking forward to hearing your testimony.
Good evening, everybody. Roger and I wanted to share something straight from the heart tonight. Our business started growing again, not because of some new strategy or breakthrough. It happened when we truly let go. And we thought we had let go before, but this time it was deeper. God moved in. We'll be forever grateful for that. We talk about building with purpose, and we want you to know it's possible. If you're holding on too tight, try surrendering. Make space for him to lead. That's where real fruits grow. One big encouragement: if there is a roadshow or an event where you can bring someone, go, and always bring a guest. The LifeWave Canada Roadshow in Winnipeg this April, it was amazing. We had been praying, like Robin Mascari always teaches, asking God to reveal the qualities and characters of those who we want in our team, and that night it was powerful. We wish we had a private recording from that meeting, the presentations, the testimonials, someone being patched live on stage. It was unforgettable. That's how belief is built. That's how the right people are drawn in. No credit where credit's due. Pete and Hannah were instrumental in helping us with that sign up that night. I asked them on purpose to explain certain things because I had a specific outcome in mind, and it worked. It modeled the simplicity I want to duplicate in our business. I mostly just had to sign them up. Trust was already built, not just through me, but others too. Even friends from past businesses were talking to our prospect. And here's the lesson. Don't worry about someone else stealing your sign up. If your heart is right and your posture is strong, they'll sign up with you, no question. And when your guest is ready, I should suggest sign them up right then and there. Don't wait for them to go home and second guess it all. Use the moment. Even Roger was in the foyer answering questions before people left servant leadership and action for him. Here's where we're focusing as a team on. Work with the willing, point to a tool, empower others to take ownership. If you're doing all the heavy lifting, you might be building their business, not yours. Use your energy wisely, protect your peace, know when someone is draining you without growing. And let's be honest, most people already know where they fall short. You don't have to point it out. Constant correction kills connection. Be real, be kind, build them up. Now, even though I know a lot, I don't know it all, and you don't need to either. When talking to a new prospect, you're not the expert. That's what I learned at the event in Orlando. You're not the expert, even if you have been doing this for years. Train them early to do credibility call with someone else. It doesn't have to be an expert, just someone other than you. That creates posture, builds belief, and sets the stage for duplication. Stay a student of a student, be a happy clicker, let's heal our hearts, develop strong character, and grow together. It's not about who knows more or who's better, it's about humility, boldness, and staying anchored in purpose. Let's build strong. People are looking for what we have. Let's show up, let's lead with light, let's go. You got this, we got this. And that's where we are going into to build our business into directors right now. And I think Roger might share something if he's able to. Roger? Not sure.
Well, so proud of you. Is Roger with us? Roger, if you are on mute, we'd love to hear from you because you guys make such an incredible couple together and you support one another and you just feed off of each other. And Roger is just wonderful and thorough when it comes to being such a servant person as well that loves to lead with the product. So is Roger here? If not, then we'll just move on.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
We
me?
hear you, Roger. Yeah, nice. Welcome.
Well, she said it all. Well, we talked about it before and we built it together, what she was reading. But yeah, the only thing I could testify is to be raw and real and things will happen.
And I see you're on the road. So doing what Carl and you do behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler and always go. So thank you, Roger. I'm very proud of you and I'm proud of the energy that you're attracting to your business, you and Krola both. I mean, you've brought in David and Christine Semp, which I've worked with in the past in network marketing, and powerful builders. And play your cards right. You've got a senior presidential director in the making in your team. So, and that's the mindset that we need to develop sometimes when we bring someone in. You know what? I just brought in a customer that decided to become a brand partner. No, you just brought in a potential senior presidential director that you have to have that belief in them before they see it in themselves. And I see you guys making a shift and making that making that statement where you're putting much higher expectations on the people that you were talking to and bringing them in. So congratulations to you. It was wonderful seeing you guys at the Canadian Roadshow there, and I'm just proud of how you guys are working together and continually building. Anything you want to add to that, Roger?
No, the only thing I would want to add, just keep it around real and be straightforward. Keep your heart in the right place, because that's very important. The world gives you the energy back what you give out. It doesn't matter which way it is, because the world cannot sense if it's positive or negative, and that's you where you make the decision what you want to attract.
Beautifully said. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Roger, and I'm proud of you and Carola both. And you guys are just such solid managers, and that's soon to be changed to director status. So I'm just excited to have you part of our team. And your sponsor, Roger's sponsor, is Carl Krebs, and he's been moving pretty good too, and he's been very committed. And Carl, if you have a couple more words that you want to jump in here and add. I know you've been so committed going to LA, going to Dallas, doing some of these trade shows, working with some of the Bill Walsh connections that Kai has put in, and you're so devoted. You're behind the wheel of that truck so constantly, and you get your breaks, you get your time aways. But my hats go off to anybody who does this part-time, because obviously you can't start it full-time. Not everybody is in a place where they can do that. So to start part-time and to build that dream up, and I'd love for you to share a few additional closing things, Carl, if you don't mind, on just what's been happening in your business. You've been attracting some amazing people, and you have a solid director business going. So if you're able to, Carl, jump in and share a few more words on that note.
Well, first, I want to acknowledge what Carola shared. It was very well said, Carola. Proud to have you on my team, and very excited for your commitment to going to that next level. And something you said is true for all of us. Detach from the results. This was a Bill Walsh incentive that was shared in Las Vegas a few months ago. And it was a real game changer for me, because people sense anxiety in how we speak. But if we look at those results from a detachment, as if to say, my rent or my mortgage payment or my lunch money do not depend on you joining LifeWave, people sense that you are not in an anxious moment, and therefore they're free to engage you at the level where you want them to engage you, and that is on the personal level. And so it's really important to not go into any of these situations with any anxiety. As for my attempt to build a business, I'm going about it in a different way. I've committed a few $1,000s to chasing through trade shows. Some of them have brought benefits and some have not, but that's the game of life. You win and lose. But another Bill Walsh insight, more is learned in failure than in success. And I don't count these as failures, but learning steps to say, what could we have done better? And what did we do that worked well? So for myself, I'm going into studio in the next short while to shoot some really high profile impact videos that I hope will impact others to take a look at freeing themselves from the job, looking at their future and saying, there's another way to do this that frees you up for all the things that you want to do in life. And we've been skirting around the issues with that tonight in what Lana said and what Karen said. And some of the comments in the chat, it's so important. People are looking for a better, more natural, healthy way forward. I've looked at a lot of opportunities in life, some that have paid me well and some that have failed. I don't see anything like LifeWave. And I'm so thankful that you, Pete, walked up my sidewalk more than 3 years ago and said, I like what you're doing. Can I tell you about this product? And we've had some struggles in Canada, and a lot of our LifeWave group doesn't know it, and some of the new ones don't know. But we were off the grid for almost a year, having our product restricted, and we survived, guys. Carola, Roger, so many of you are still here. And I love you for your tenacity and your don't quit. You know, let me just get off topic a minute. When you're down, 2 goals going into the third period, and you're in game 7 of the playoffs. And the Winnipeg Jets were just there. They said their compete level went up another notch. And I said, wow, let me see that. 1.6 seconds left in a game, and they tie it and win it in double overtime. Guys, that is many times the story of our lives. I say too legit to quit. The product, the opportunity, your fortunes, the fortunes of others, and the capacity to bless people. Too legit to quit. And as you said, Pete, be here a year from now. And when you get there, be there another year from now. So for me, I'm going to invest my time, my money, whatever resources. Any of you that are on my team or not on my team, I want to help you. I want to bless you. I want to be a blessing. And I want you to get where you're going. So just let me close on this note. I got a couple of people in my downline. I'm committed to making them managers. So I encourage them, and we booked into 2 festivals this summer, and I made a commitment to them, not to say this in a braggadocious fashion, but to simply say, Margaret, Anna Reimer, I'm committed to your becoming a manager at the end of this festival that we booked in Altona. And for the others that may join us in the Winkler, I'm committed to their success, because if we commit to each other's success, we in turn will be blessed with our own success. Pete, you know this better than anybody. So thank you for giving me the opportunity here, and let's all be a blessing to each other. We have a fantastic team here led by our great leader and our supportive upline. We can do this. There is no stopping us. Thank you all. I hope I can be a blessing to you as you can be a blessing to me. Thank you, Pete.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate you so much. It's been an uphill journey, and we're in it to win it. And we're here together through thick and thin. We support one another. And I could tell you many stories. I won't today, but 33 years full time in the direct selling space and network marketing space. You do learn a few things. It doesn't make me Mr. Know-It-All, not by any means, because it's a personal development program, and you learn every single time you put the right foot before the left, and you continue that motion, and ratios appear and wonderful things start to happen. So that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been absolutely wonderful sharing with you. The Power of the Patch session starts here shortly for anybody that wants to jump on that call or has a prospect that would like to join. And I'm just going to flip it back to Judy for closing remarks, and then we can end the recording, and we'll just stay here and chit chat a bit for those that would like to chat a few more minutes.
Great. Well, thank you, Pete, and everybody that shared tonight. It was a great inspirational call. And so why don't we close down the recording, and if you want to stay for an extra few minutes and have a chit chat before we go to the next call, that would be great.